Could this be the audio interface of my dreams and potentially your dreams as well? You see, as worship leaders in a worship ministry context, we are looking for a particular type of audio interface that's affordable and has only the functionality we need to run a click, tracks, or to send out keyboard sounds from MainStage. Well, in this video, you'll learn how this guy does the trick, and you're gonna see it in action in my worship ministry. Coming up. This video is brought to you by Worship Leader School, where you're going to find all the essential training, advice, and support you need to plan and lead worship. Click the link in the description to learn more. My name is Jake Goslin with Churchfront.com, an online resource teaching you how to lead gospel-centered and tech-savvy worship. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of our latest content that's going to help you grow yourself and grow your church. And be sure to check out the show notes below for some cool resources for your worship ministry, including a link to this USB audio interface, which is the topic of today's video. Let me explain a little more of the context behind why I purchased this audio interface and why I think it's a great fit for worship bands who want to run a click in tracks, or they want to send sounds out from a computer running MainStage for their keyboard. The primary benefit of using an audio interface to send audio from your computer to your sound system is that an audio interface will help relieve some of your computer's processing power and reduce the chance of having any pops or glitches or errors in your audio. I've had this happen to me before using MainStage especially. MainStage is not a very processor efficient software, so it's much better to send audio from your Mac running MainStage using an audio interface like this one. An audio interface can also come in handy if you're running a click in tracks on your laptop. Maybe use Ableton Live or Prime. An audio interface is also great if you're sending audio from your laptop that's containing your click track and your backing tracks for worship. You want to have an audio interface that has a bare minimum of 2 outputs. One output's going to be for your click and guide cues. The second output is going to be for your backing tracks. I wish I knew about this audio interface a long time ago, because when I first started using a click and tracks or worship, or when I first started sending audio from MainStage to my sound system, I went about the route of using a 3.5mm to dual 1/4" cable to a DI box that has stereo outputs on it, and then you run those 2 XLR cables into your stage snake, which then goes to your sound system. It sounds like a lot. If you can avoid that setup, please do, because there's 2 problems. 1, it's more gear, it's more expensive, and 2, it's not that reliable, especially if you're running MainStage on a laptop using the headphone jack on your computer. There's going to be lots of audio processing issues, pops, crashes. The world's going to end. Just kidding. The world's not going to end, but bad things will happen. I've had it happen to myself. That's why I've completely eliminated the 3.5 to dual 1/4" cable setup and have exclusively started using audio interfaces for the outputs on my computers. The other big reason why I think this guy is a great fit for a worship ministry context is often we only need audio interfaces with outputs, and specifically XLR outputs make our life way easier, because during a worship service, we don't need an audio interface that has inputs on the front of it because we're not recording anything. We simply need those outputs to get our signal from the computer or laptop to the sound board. And we also want that signal to be a balanced signal. I don't really understand the science behind how it all works, but that's why you use a DI box, and you have to have a balanced signal to send to your sound console, or else supposedly bad things will happen. And that's why this audio interface is great, because it has 2 XLR outputs that are balanced. So I can go from the USB cable from the computer into the interface on one end, and then out of the interface, XLR inputs directly into our stage snake. And I didn't even mention yet, this guy is only $47. And this is even cheaper than having to go from a 3.5mm to dual 1/4" cable plus a DI box. Sometimes that can add up to over $100. So now I want to go ahead and take this out of the box and give you a close-up of what it looks like. Bring this closer so you can see what's going on. So it's a cool little box. You can see how big it is in reference to my hand. So on one side, we have the USB input. That's where the cable is going to go in from my computer. And then on the other side, we have the XLR outputs. Oh, and I forgot to mention on the front side too, you have a switch so you can make the output stereo or mono. I'm really impressed with the build quality of this guy. It really feels nice and sturdy, which is important. At our church plant, we set up and tear down, things get used, and it's really important to have some solid gear. This guy did not come with a USB cable, which kind of surprises me, but that's okay. You can pick up a USB cable on Amazon for cheap, or I have a bunch of extra ones laying around. So now let's see how well this interface plays with Ableton Live. So I have Ableton pulled up here. I have the interface here. I'm gonna go ahead and connect it to my computer with the USB cable. A little light comes on the interface. It's powered on. So it should be working fine. I'm gonna have it on stereo. We'll see what happens here. I'm gonna go to Preferences in Ableton Live, and then under my audio output device, I'm going to select USB Audio DAC. So that's what I'm assuming this guy is. And then under Output Configuration, apparently there's not a whole lot I can do there. And then when I go to my outputs here, I can select Q out to go to 1, and then Master out containing all my other tracks to go to track number 2. So Ableton detects this audio interface okay, and of course I can't actually test the audio right now because I need to plug these guys into my sound system to hear how well it separates the tracks and hear how well the signal sounds. So what I want to do right now is jump ahead to tomorrow morning when we set this interface up with a computer that runs MainStage. So let's go. All right, so here we are at church at Mission Lakewood on a Sunday morning. We just set up our keyboard rig. Ashton here is playing keys for us. So we have the M Audio Hammer 88 keyboard. Then we have a MacBook Air running MainStage. So the MacBook Air is connected to the MIDI keyboard via just one USB cable. And then to send the audio out to the sound system, we're going out through a USB cable to the new Peavey USB-P interface. And we hooked it up inside MainStage. You're just gonna go to Preferences, then go to Audio Output and assign it to that USB interface, and it's up and running. It works great. What are your thoughts, Ashton?
It's wonderful. Sounds amazing.
Hopefully by now you know if this interface is a great fit for your worship ministry and your audio interface needs. I know I wish I came across this a lot sooner. I love how it's so simple. USB in, 2 XLR balanced outputs. That's all I need. You can find a link to purchase this interface on Amazon below in the description of this video. It's only $47. And finally, if you are driven and motivated to grow yourself as a worship leader, I want to invite you to check out Worship Leader School, where you're going to find all the essential training, advice, and support you need to plan and lead worship. Click the link in the description or visit worshipleaderschool.com. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, hit that thumbs up button and share it with your friends. You can check out some related gear videos right over here. And don't forget to subscribe to the Churchfront channel so you can continue to receive all of our latest content to help you grow yourself and grow your church.